The game of chess between the state of Florida and Disney is heating up. For context, Disney World is so influential that Disney really has its own little world. It has something called the Reedy Creek Improvement District. It's a special taxing district for Disney World in Florida, essentially like its own little independent county. However, the Florida Senate just voted to dissolve the Reedy Creek Improvement District. This will make Disney's life more difficult logistically. For example, Disney would no longer be able to grant itself permission to renovate buildings. Florida lawmakers voted to strip Disney of its special tax privileges, something Governor Ron DeSantis will almost definitely sign into law. You can read the entire bill. It is linked in the description of this Rumble video. I spoke to Anthony Sabatini, a Republican member of the Florida House of Representatives, about this move, and he did not hold back. Take a listen. It feels like everybody has something to say about Florida and everything that's going on. Can you give us a quick recap of what happened today?
Yeah, well, the insane woke leftist Democrats tried to shut down the Florida legislature today with some kind of crazy protest. And they were kicking and screaming and being loud and waving signs around. And then we just sort of ignored them and passed all of our bills. So, pretty good day to be a Floridian.
When you talk about your Democratic colleagues throwing a fit, does that make it hard to have this bipartisan relationship where you want to work together? How do you navigate that?
I have no interest in having a bipartisan relationship with them. Most of them just are not interested in saving this country and keeping this country free. They're interested in turning us into a communist woketopia. So we really don't have much in common.
Let's talk about the tax exemptions for Disney. I feel like this is obviously a response to some of Disney's policies. Talk to me a little bit about that.
They don't believe in parents' rights. The left doesn't like parents. They don't want parents involved in education. They want the state to be omnipotent and plan every aspect of everybody's life, especially children. So, they hate families. They're just adverse to parents' rights. And we believe in family rights. We believe in parents' rights. We believe in public education free of ideology. And so we passed the bill without, I don't think a single Democrat has voted for any of our parents' rights bills.
That's kind of ironic to say that Disney World, because you think of families. Let's talk a little bit about the tax exemptions. What do you think is going to be the domino effect of this decision?
Disney will pay more taxes, and those taxes will allow us to give more tax relief to actual Floridians, working class and middle class Floridians. So it's a good thing.
And they won't have this special identity now. They're going to be like any other corporation, right?
Correct.
Which is interesting because you think of Disney as a hallmark of Florida. I know when I talked to you previously, you said that you weren't concerned about this, but for people who are concerned, what would you say to people who think that this could possibly have a negative impact on people in the area and the economic relationship because it brings so much tourism and so many dollars to the Orlando area?
I don't know anybody who's voicing those concerns because it's not true. Disney is benefiting from some very corrupt tax loopholes that older Republicans who were paid off by Disney allowed to exist on the books. So this is about making Disney pay its fair share of taxes and have equal treatment. So it's good for Florida. It's good for working people.
I don't live in Florida, and that Parental Rights and Education Act and the Disney controversy has been covered night and day on TV. It almost feels like you live in Florida. It's covered so much. What do you think corporate media has gotten wrong about that story and you'd like to set the record straight about?
They got everything wrong. The corporate media is run by a bunch of wacky, crazy leftists who are not in touch with reality. Disney was originally protesting a bill that said you can't put gender ideology in kindergartner classrooms. So the freaks who work in media in major corporations believe that you should have transgender ideology in place of, instead of reading and mathematics, you should have transgender ideology in those classrooms. And so that puts them at odds with reality and with the majority of Americans.